Hello, third grade. While I'm leaving it kind of wide open for you guys to make an outline of your project, I wanted to show you an example of a strategic action plan that I use a lot in leadership teams and companies and whenever I'm putting a project together. So, what you'll see here is I've got an action step. Who is responsible for this step and what materials do you need? What did you learn from the first step? The date the first step was completed, and the next step. So if I'm going to fill in an example, I'd say, okay, so our first step is figure out what we need for our garden. Who's responsible? I'm going to say the whole team. And the materials would be the videos about our garden and about what a seed needs. And then what did you learn from the first step? I'm not going to give you any answers here, but this is where you would just kind of type in, well, we learned that a seed needs blah, 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 and we learned that our garden needs blah, blah, blah. And then the date that this was completed. So then our next step is where you need to submit a proposal or an outline to Mrs. Eichmann detailing our needs. Okay? And then as you go on in the document, here's your next step. Okay, so after you submitted the proposal and outline, then what happens next? So, okay, we have our materials. Now we need to set up our garden. Who's responsible for this step? Well, see, you use this then to kind of make your decisions as you go. And this is just a nice way to kind of keep it organized. What you want is for this to go in a Z pattern, meaning goes across this way, and then this step is related to this step. And then it keeps going like that, a Z pattern. Each time that your team meets and talks about what they're going to be doing, you should update this action plan. Because sometimes things are going to happen that get kind of out of whack and you might need to adjust. And this is also a nice way for me to be able to tell what's going on in your group and give you feedback. If you choose not to use this form, then you need to create one that works for you and you need to submit that to me so that I know that we're all on the same page. This is not something that can wait until next week. This is something that needs to be done today. All right, guys, I'm excited to see what you come up with.